Look at these freaking things, dude. They turned out sweet.
What's going on, guys? So it's pretty obvious by now that we're going for the full blackout look on the F-150. So you might have seen in the previous videos where we got our new wheels and tires, we did our blacked out recon headlights, we tinted our fog lights, we got window tint, we installed rear wheel well aligners. The side and the front profile is going in the right direction, to say the least. We got that black and blue theme going pretty daggum strong. But if we come around to the rear, we've got a couple things that stand out really, really bad. Obviously, talking about the third brake light and the taillights themselves being red and chrome. And I don't hate it. The truck looks really good in my opinion, but obviously it can be improved. So we're gonna be blacking those out today, but not the typical way of like a VHT nightshade spray or maybe a tint vinyl. We're gonna be blacking them out from the inside out. Let me explain to y'all how we're gonna be doing that. Since there's not really any aftermarket solutions for the 21 Plus F-150s, at least not any that have any good reviews, I figured we'd see what we could do with the stock taillights. So like I said, we're gonna be blacking them out from the inside out by using Zepp Industrial Purple Degreaser, and then we got some distilled water to wash it out. So essentially, I stumbled on a forum that said that this stuff you can pour into your taillights and it will eat out everything in there, blacking it out. I feel like this is the part where I have to say, do this at your own risk, because I might be ruining my taillights today. Let's find out. Got two 5/16 bolts. Now we want to remove our taillight without scratching our truck. So this pries out and it comes out sideways, not straight back. So like that. So it comes out this way. Can't come straight back. You're really going to fight it if you do. Then we got one clip, just press down. Pull that out. Now we want to go ahead and remove our harness. Grab you a flathead and pry this little metal tab out. That'll slide free. And you just twist these. I am going to rotate this up. Let's see what y'all can see. Hold it up like this so none of that dirt falls down into the taillight. When we take this off, our harness is out. We got 4 7mm bolts. Got the adhesion going to stick on there. Go ahead and take our harness off. Some little clips holding the wires in. Just pull the wires through one at a time. There we go. So it's kind of cool because these have so much chrome. It should be a true testament in this video whether or not this is going to work, because all of this chrome should be gone. A lot of this black should darken up and it should look really good. We're going to try it at this angle, so hopefully y'all can see me filling it and seeing it coming up on the back side. So got me a funnel. Just gonna carefully fill these taillights up. The middle one you gotta fill until the other ones kind of overflow. That way it's all the way to the tip top. So let's look at the back side. Oh yeah, y'all can definitely see that. Man, we got bubbles out the wazoo. But yeah, it's starting to work. Let's let it sit for about 30 minutes. See what it's done. All right, we're gonna be totally submerging the third brake light and hoping it doesn't mess our seal up. That's really the only way for us to do this. I use dang near all of it. It is fully submerged. Make sure there's no bubbles. Let it sit just like the taillights. Wow, I can already see stuff flaking off. That's crazy. It's definitely working. That's crazy. So we only got about 5 more minutes probably, and then we'll pour this out and look at it, and then we gotta lay this flat and get it to eat up all that. So I just poured it out, and as you can tell, it is working beautifully. All blacked out.
And this is where it hasn't reached. Obviously, we got to lay it flat like this so it can come over here. But yeah, dude, worked perfect. All right, once you get a good bit in there, kind of gotta let it bubble and breathe. So slowly, just kind of wiggle it. I can hear it, feel it working its way up into here. Let me see if I can show y'all. Yeah, you can see it working its way. Go ahead and check on our third brake light. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Goodbye, chrome. So now let's wash off all of the terrible tap water with the distilled before we dry it, so it hopefully won't have water spots. And we're not going to put it in direct sun either, because I think that would attribute to water spots as well. So we're going to sit it in the shade out here. Wind's blowing pretty good. It is a little warm. I'm going to shake it for a while, get the big stuff out, and then we'll let it sit, dry out. All right, let's pour all this junk out, wash it out. We're gonna do it first with the tap water and then use the distilled to hopefully not make any water spots. But look, we all blacked out. And I feel like this doesn't have to be said, but this is obviously something you can only do with halogen taillights that have the bulbs. Not something you can do with LEDs. Anything electric inside the taillight would be dead. So, yeah. All right, now we want to wash it or fill it up with the distilled water and wash it out. So hopefully we don't leave any water marks. Hopefully this tactic works, but we'll see. Don't place it in the sun. We're gonna sit it in the shade. Do the much longer process of letting it dry out the old natural way rather than potentially baking a water spot on it. We'll see if all this is even worth it in the end. Dude, they're looking freaking sweet though. They're gonna look awesome on the truck. I'm so stoked. So I'm gonna sit here and shake this thing for a while and then we'll set it up and I'm gonna go grab some lunch. We'll come back and hopefully they'll start to be dry now. All right, guys, let's check it out. I don't know about y'all, but I think it looks absolutely incredible. Sorry about all the noisy leaves, but look at these freaking things, dude. They turned out sweet. I'm stoked, dude. That is freaking awesome. Completely changes the entire look. Makes all the blue pop. Dude, they turned out sweet. I am stoked. I did end up doing the slow and patient way of drying them out. So it's been like 2 days since the last clip that y'all saw. I just basically put them in front of a fan and just let it blow on them for the last 24 hours. So they completely dried out, nice and good. There's only a couple water spots, just being completely truthful with y'all. I don't know if I didn't get all the tap water out or maybe I had them in the sun for a minute. They're very hard to see. So I'm definitely nitpicking. They're right in here. They're very tiny. They're very hard to see,
but everything else looks super good. Obviously, these taillights were a great taillight to do this with because they had those huge chrome strips, which are now all black. And it's just crazy how premium it looks, even though we literally just used a chemical to eat the chrome off of it. It's crazy. It looks great. Third brake light stands out a little bit because it's got like that ridged lens, so that catches a lot of light, so it's not like clear looking through to the black back housing now. It's, you see the ridges, but it looks much better. It's definitely much darker than it was. I'll fill up a clip right here. This is stock. This is what we were starting off with at the beginning of this video, and then this is us now. Million times better, dude. I am stoked with it. We got to do something about that chrome Ford badge for sure. But for, you know, a day or two of your time total, well, I say like a day or two, 2 hours to do this and then a day for it to dry out. $54, 50 bucks for the chemicals, $4 for the distilled water. That's freaking sweet. I'm stoked. And it's kind of cool. I don't know if we'll catch it. I was over there in the sun and it was doing it. When the reflection catches the light, kind of like that, it gives it the LED look, like the LED ones that have the line running right there. So that's kind of cool looking too. I don't really see any downsides. Obviously, there's going to be people that are saying like, oh, well, you messed up the reflectiveness of the light. Yes, of course, reverse light's definitely going to be hindered more than anything. But, I mean, you totally can. I know we're in the shade, but I was over there in the sun, and you could still totally see it. Okay. At least it's hitting the shed, not peppering my truck right now. Fingers crossed. But yeah, you can totally still see these lights. They're plenty bright. Unlike if you did like a VHT or a tint film over the top. I think that would be much darker than this. You can totally still see this. It's going to be plenty safe. I'm not worried about it at all. Obviously, it's a pretty good looking taillight from the factory. It just had all that chrome in it. Dude, now it's freaking sweet looking, and for 54 bucks. So I think all around 100% win. I guess let's get one last little up close look, and then that'll be the end of the video. So it's crazy, like I said, because this was all chrome and now it looks like it's professionally, you know, made like this to be black. It's just awesome, dude. I'm stoked on this. I was a little hesitant, but I'm glad I ended up doing it. I definitely do want to do some LED, some cool designed LED ones at some point, but just right now there's not too many on the market. There's some on Amazon, but they all have terrible reviews about leaking and like croaking over after like a month, and I'd really rather not do that. But I might try some of them out just for the sheer case of trying them out for y'all and seeing what happens, because Amazon's good about returning things that mess up within that short of time. So anyways, that's going to be about it for this video, guys. Definitely comment down below. Let me know about this. Have you done this? Have you ever heard of this? And are you going to do this? With that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one.